Something that we do every day on this particular program. We profile people who are really making a difference. Today we have a soccer mom who is tackling global poverty and still getting dinner on the table by 6. Imagine doing that. What's on her plate is really staggering, though. 1 in every 3 people on the planet lives on less than $1 a day. That's about 2 billion people. And to make matters even worse, HIV and AIDS is rampant among that impoverished community. Here's what the UN estimates. They estimate more than 33 million people suffer from HIV and AIDS. 2 million of them are kids. And sadly, there are a lot more statistics just like these. But our mission possible today is really out to fight them and to change this, to lower all of those statistics. This woman thinks that every person can make a difference. I want to read a quote from her. She says, "I'm only one woman. I live in one town. I go to one church and I have one voice, but I come to believe that all our ones add up." All right. Joining us now is Shayne Moore, a global soccer mom. She joins us now from Chicago. Good to see you. How do you do all of this? First of all, how did you come up with this idea?
Well, I got involved in 2002, right at the inception of the One campaign. So I really am a stay-at-home mom. I have 3 children. I live outside of Chicago, and I just realized that I needed to educate myself and educate others, and it doesn't take a lot to make a difference. And that's what I want to tell my friends and my family, that you can make a difference right from your own homes, from your own kitchens.
But Shayne, how do you reach people? I mean, it's enough to go to work every day, you go to the dry cleaner, you got to get groceries, you got to pick your kids up. You have to do all of those things, get dinner on the table, and then to try, help change the world. How do you even get people to become interested in what you're selling?
Well, there's a lot of people behind this movement. When One started, it was a grassroots movement, and now there's 2.5 million members of the One campaign. And One is really cool because they do a lot of the work for you. So you'd get newsletters and action alerts, and it's make a phone call. It's sign this petition. It's stuff that you can do in 5 minutes as you're filling a backpack, click, do the laundry, click. So, it is very doable.
You're very organized.
Maybe, I don't know, but organized chaos, but it does make a difference. And that's one of the things that I've learned as I've journeyed this, is that my world leaders and the politicians in D.C., they pay attention. And they pay attention when a soccer mom cares and gets politically organized and politically active. So it's really been a fascinating journey for me to watch that I really can make a difference, but I don't do it by myself. Yeah. It's together.
When I hear stories like people like you talk about it, and about volunteering or about doing something that comes from the heart that you feel that you should be doing, and many times, as we have been saying here, people feel they don't have the time, but once you do it, I think people start to feel invigorated and want to continue doing more, and they want to inspire other people. Have you found that with this?
Absolutely. And I think that once you really become informed, and I believe that about Americans, I believe America has the best to offer when it comes to having a compassionate heart for the world, that when you really start educating yourself about the reality of those statistics that you mentioned, or on the show yesterday, the mother and her daughter Florida, who is alive today because she got life-saving medication, when you really start engaging your heart, time really, you find the time to be a voice for those who have no voice. I mean, the only reason that I'm a mother and I have 3 healthy children and I live on more than $1 a day is just because of where I happen to be born. And it's not a cliche to say the world is getting smaller, and we can do it. We can be a voice for people to really mobilize around this. And the UN summit is coming up in New York next week, and they're going to focus on the Millennium Development Goals, and they're going to focus on no child born with HIV by 2015. And I'm a mom, and I live in the suburbs, but I can put pressure on my world leaders to say, this is important to me. I care about other moms and others' families, just like my own.
Shayne Moore is a global soccer mom. Shayne, you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us, all right?
Thanks.
All right, and make sure you check out Shayne's book. It's called Global Soccer Mom. It's hitting stores in January. For more information on her mission, just head to my blog. It's at cnn.com/Don. Okay, listen.